Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass. Because, guys, this month on the 27th, 33 years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, 33 years later, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smartass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this. There's a lot of people out there struggling, a lot of family members struggling, a lot of people with health issues. I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm also a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. If you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, BAM, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, www.geripetito.com. And guys, if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, please reach out to me about that as well. I'm here to help you. I want to give a shout out to just a couple of my sponsors before I introduce my incredible guest. I've got Stormin Norman Selden, 732-245-4777, www.storminnormanselden.com, booking dozens of attractions for concerts and performances on venues of all sizes. Guys, he's got a 5 to 12-piece band, and he is incredible on the keyboards. He's an incredible pianist, and a lot of you don't know this, but he helped get Larry Chance started. Larry Chance from the Earls, the song, Remember Then. Larry became a very good friend of mine. Rest in peace, sir. You are missed. Then I've got Ken Ryan and Linda Garofolo, The Way It Used to Be. Singing songs from the 50s to the 80s, a tribute show to the greatest music and voices of all time. He also does Elvis for me, guys, and the two of them are beautiful people inside and out, and they do a lot of fundraisers for everybody. So they're amazing, absolutely amazing. And then, last but not least today, we have John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B. Singer, songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit network created for the creative. Guys, him and his wife Linny put on this incredible luncheon once a month by invite only, and it costs you $20. You get lunch and you get incredible entertainment, and they don't keep a penny of it. So they're amazing what they do for us, okay? They promote all of us. So I just want to give a big shout out to Johnny B. Okay, guys, enough of that. So now I want to introduce my really cool guest. I mean, come on, being an Italian, how could I not say that, right? Marty Paisan, say hello.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm good. How are you?
So that's quite the intro you got there. You got a bunch of music guests.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
All right, so where are we, Geri? Are we on the internet? Are we on video?
Good.
What are we doing?
We are on everything, so people can see you live and people can hear you, and we sound great.
Awesome. Hello,
Okay.
everybody.
So, Sunday's Sauce Pot. Talk to us about that.
Correct. It's the show that you were on,
That's
and I
right.
appreciate you being a guest. And it was a public access television show for 10 years, and I started in one small town, East Haven, Connecticut, with 20,000 viewers every week, and then it expanded to 6 states and 26 cities, reaching 650,000 homes every week. And now I'm on ItalianAmericanRadio.com, Facebook and YouTube. You can find us on those two platforms as well. So it's a show about not cooking. When people hear Sunday sauce, they think it's sauce or gravy, and it's not a show about cooking. It's a pot, and with a whole bunch of different ingredients in the pot. So that's where Sunday sauce comes from. But it's a show about entertainers and organizations, Italian American, anything that's Italian. We just did a show about ghost stories in Port Salerno, Florida.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty much anything and everything.
So, wait, you can't just stop there. Tell me a little bit about a ghost that you did a story on.
Well, it's ghost tours.
Okay, ghost tours,
what
yes.
What it was. We've had so many guests, Jerry, over the years. I mean, 10 years. We started out on Blog Talk Radio is where I started out. And then I did AM radio here in Florida many years ago. And then I did the public access. I moved from Florida to Connecticut, and they reached out to me and said, "You want to do a show?" And I said, "Sure." But I wasn't in Connecticut at the time. So when I got to Connecticut, they welcomed me with open arms. And then from ETV, I went to CTV, which is in Connecticut. It's 3 other cities. So you had Hamden, West Haven, and New Haven. And then I had East Haven. And then I went on to BCTV, which was Branford. So I was in multiple cities in Connecticut. And that's where I grew up, and that's my home. It's a lot of Italians. If you don't know, your listeners, I don't know where your listeners are, but if you don't know about New Haven, Connecticut, there's a lot of Italians still there.
Well, we have listeners all over the world. Doc G started this over 24 years ago in his basement. We even have hosts from Australia, everywhere. So we've been really fortunate. But I have a question. Where is your family from? Were any of your parents born in Italy?
My great-grandfather is from Fano,
Okay.
Fano, Italy, in the Marchi region, the Marchi region over there. Beautiful area. I've never been there, but it's on my bucket list.
You've never been to Italy?
Never been to Italy.
So I'm going to tell you something about Italy years ago. And my cousin just got back, so I'm sure things have changed. So you're not going to like what I'm going to say. I've been all over the world, everywhere.
Okay, so let's not say it then.
No, but listen, I want to share something with you. So I've been to Russia, had machine guns pointed at me in the 80s, at the wall, China, everywhere. So now I go to Italy with my father, okay, who came from Italy at 13. And so me and my daughter, she was young, a teenager, and Italy is our last spot, our last stop. Okay, we went all over Europe for about a month. And we get to a bathroom stop, outhouses, okay? And the bus stops, there's garbage everywhere. My dad gets out and he goes, "Isn't this a beautiful country?" We were cracking up laughing and we're like, "Well, Pop, this spot right here isn't, but I bet the country is." So we were just cracking up laughing about that. But here's what I want to tell you. 2 things. I didn't love the pizza. Okay, I didn't love the pizza. So if you go, let me know how the pizza is today, okay?
What part of Italy did you have pizza
We
in?
were everywhere. I had pizza everywhere. We went all over Italy, okay? So
every pizza parlor you went to in Italy
I
was
didn't
no
love
good.
the pizza, and I'm going to tell you why. This might be why. Okay, so I'm also an Italian chef, a vegan chef, but we have Papa's Tomato Pies here in Robbinsville, New Jersey. They were in Trenton. They're the oldest tomato pie place in the nation, and they're still same family owned. So we've been spoiled here with the original tomato pies. So that might be why, because I've never heard anyone else say they didn't like the pies in Italy. It was just me. So
here's the thing, okay? They just had a world premiere of Slice of America.
Okay.
Charred in the Florida sun. It's the second film by Gorman Burchard. He's an independent film director out of New Haven, Connecticut. His first film about pizza in Connecticut was Pizza: A Love Story. Okay, all about New Haven style pizza. So they had this one here, Slice of America, charred in the Florida sun. It was in Stuart, Florida, and it was a documentary about Santini's Pizza, which is New Haven style pizza. So the host, if you will, in the show, Colin Kaplan, made a very valid point when I was interviewing him during the opening night there, and what he said was, if you're from Pennsylvania,
All
you
right.
think the pizza in Pennsylvania is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's some valid points to that, because I forgot what actor was being interviewed, and he said he thought New Haven style pizza was the best, and he's from New York, okay, and he swears by New Haven style pizza. He let his son try it, and his son said it's garbage.
See, it's so funny, right? It's so funny.
So-
So, all right, so Paisan, tell us, I love your hat, I love your glasses, the whole bit. All right, tell us,
I'm not even Italian. I'm Jewish.
yeah, so listen to me, you sound it. All right, listen. Tell us what your favorite Italian food is.
Gabagool.
Tell everybody.
All right, so you got so there's multiple. I like the linguine and clams, lasagna, the heavy stuff.
All right. All right.
What do
So,
you like for dessert?
Cannolis. It has to be a cannoli.
Do you have icebox cake?
Yeah, we do.
It's not Italian, but that's one of my favorite
Oh,
desserts is
okay.
icebox cake. But if you're gonna go with the Italian pastry, I like the rainbow cookie.
Oh, okay. And Fidels. I mean, come on. I love them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, we could sit here and talk about
All
food
day.
for hours.
All right,
you
so
know.
now let's get back to you. All right, so tell me, like, I want you to tell me some really cool things about what you've done on air and what you want everyone to know, and maybe some cool guests you've had, other than me, of course, But, so talk.
So I would love for your listeners to come on over to Sunday Sauce Pop Facebook page, YouTube. You just got to look up Sunday Sauce Pot. It's plural with the S, Sundays. So we were talking earlier about the ghost tours. So I just posted that video on YouTube. So that's very interesting. I found it very interesting. The guy's wife, she's a medium. But like I said, I've had so many guests over the years. I mean, 10 years of doing it. So I've met people all over the world. And we haven't gone publicly yet, but and I don't want to go into too much detail here, but I'm organizing a multi-state Italian festival. And one of the performers, we've got 2 days of entertainment, comedians and singers. And most of the people that are performing, I've had as guests. So one of the guests that I interviewed was Ilaria Della Badia. Do you know who she is?
I'm not sure.
She's been on tour with Andrea Bocelli for the past 12 years.
Okay.
So she's going to be coming out there. And again, I haven't, nobody's going public yet about talking about this festival. So I don't want to really talk about it too much.
When is it going to be, though?
In North Haven, Connecticut.
No,
in,
when?
September of 2025.
Listen, do you know who John Monforto is?
I do not.
Okay, so he's like family to me, and he travels, and he is, I'm going to say, an impersonator, all right? But he also sings. He does Elvis, but he also sings himself. He's amazing. He does over 33 characters, and he is them 100% every character, and he does The Godfather.
Oh, nice.
Like
So
you've
hey,
never
he can
heard.
make me an offer I can't refuse.
Well, I'm going to hook you guys up. You never know, right?
Sounds good.
He does Rocky. When I tell you Rocky, he even met Rocky. He is Rocky. Unreal. So yeah.
I interviewed this guy. I interviewed so many people, but this guy here, he did John Travolta, and we don't. When I do the interviews like this, I don't put the video on, so it's just the audio.
Okay.
Jerry, you would swear it was John
See?
Travolta that I was talking to. We were talking about the slices of pizza.
I love it.
And it was just unbelievable how some people can nail that.
Yes.
You know?
I
But,
love that.
Some of the guests that are no longer with us, Joni Cunningham,
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Moran,
Yeah.
Eddie Mecca, who played Carmine Ragusa.
Yep.
They're no longer with us, and I had the privilege of interviewing both
that's
of them on
beautiful.
separate occasions.
That's
Dom
beautiful.
Irera, great comedian. Bud Bundy. There's a lot of B-rated celebrities, and then the show is about interviewing people of the community. So I would go out and all the bands. And when I was in Chicago, no matter where I was, Chicago, Kansas City, I got a video on there on YouTube from the what do you call the Medieval Time Festival?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Medieval times. Yes.
No, there's a name for it.
Oh. I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
and it's gonna come to me, and I'll text you at 3:00 in the morning. But man. So you had all the people dressed up in all the outfits, the medieval times there, and I would just ask them crazy questions, and that was a funny video. Then the St. Patrick's Day in Kansas City, and it's just I consider it a blessing to meet all these people
Yes.
and just be able
Yes.
to do what we're doing.
Yes. I feel like I'm blessed to meet you. I mean, I think you're really cool. Thank you for this. Yes. And thank you for interviewing me. I feel that way about you too.
Well, I appreciate you having me here.
so much,
It's
it's
nice.
so awesome.
This is what it's all about, Jerry.
Yeah.
Making the connections, Italian unity.
Yes.
That I'm very strong on that. I don't know about you, but I've met a lot of people, 11 different states, and I've met Italians everywhere. Okay, and I say this everywhere I go. Okay, how can we have non-Italian people support us when we can't support ourselves? It's all about Italian unity. We got to stick together. There's a lot of good things that Italians are known for, besides all the negative things that are shed light on our heritage.
Yeah. You want to hear something really cool?
Tell me.
So, all I heard growing up was my father was the first one that came from Italy, because when my nonna was pregnant, she got pregnant in the U.S. visiting family relatives. So back in the day, he became dual citizen just by being in her belly because of that, all right? So he had to be the first one to come over. Imagine us sending our 14-year-old kid. Things were very different. So anyway, they send my father, he couldn't speak the language, on a boat to meet an uncle he never met. So that was the story I grew up with. My cousin, a few years ago, finds all the documents for every single one of his family members, the boat name, the date, who was on it. And there's my dad alone, age 14, the name of the boat, the date. My dad's gone. He didn't get to see that, but I scrapbooked it. I was crying. I was like, oh, my gosh, imagine that. So that was priceless for me. Beautiful.
I've got that same information from my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather came into Boston. He didn't come into New York like a lot of Italians.
Yeah.
And then I found out that there was another port somewhere. I forget where it is now, but I thought it was just Boston and New York. But I want to say Pennsylvania.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that either. Okay.
There's another port that
How about
Italians
that?
came in from. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where it was. But there's one more.
So now I want to ask you a couple questions. With everyone that you've had the privilege of interviewing, all right, it's sort of like a twofold question. Who did you interview that really, truly made an impact on you that you always wanted to interview? And who did you never get to interview that you always wish you could have?
Well, the first one is Geri Petito.
You know what? I love you. Seriously.
So we'll get back to that one.
All right,
But because that takes a lot of thinking.
I know.
You're talking
I
over
know.
10 years.
Right.
But somebody that I would love to interview would be Andrea Bocelli.
Oh,
But I mean, if you got the opportunity to interview Andrea Bocelli, what are you going to ask him? You know what I mean?
all I would say is sing, baby, sing. That's what I would say. And that would be enough for me that Andre Bocelli sang to me live on air. That's it. We're good. The interview's over.
Oh my gosh, man. The stories. I mean, some of these actors, and I mean, there's an actor who does, and I don't know what his last name is, but his first name is Ciro, Ciro, and he's got a movie out. It was The Mob King, and he's got a story behind him, and he just completely turned his life around. He went to prison for so many years, and now he came out, and he's an independent filmmaker, and he's very successful at it. So, I mean, it's stories like that, inspiring stories that, make you want to keep on doing these interviews.
Oh,
And
yes.
you want to shed light on it so other people can find out about it, That's why I do this, for the fun part of it.
When my book came out in 2016, Doc G, the original owner of Hamilton Radio, reached out to me on Facebook and said, we want to give you an interview. So I came live in studio, and he said, you have a great radio voice. You have to come on board. And at first I said no. All right, Marty, I said, this isn't what I'm doing. I had a poker league. I'm an artist. I'm a poet. I was like, no. He bothered me for over a month, and then I started praying about it, and this is what came to me. I was cracking up laughing. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I was in trouble every day of my life, every report card, every day of my life in New York and Catholic Church for talking every day of my life. And you can't shut me up. And I'm like, what am I doing? Of course I got to do it. And that's where I started. And, the interviews that we do and the stories, you're right. I'm just like blown away by most of them. And sometimes I'm speechless. I just sit there and stare at them while they're talking. I can't believe the stuff I'm hearing.
One interview, now that I had a few minutes to think about it, that had not a positive impact or a negative impact, an impact of like, wow.
Right.
Is Lilo Brancato.
Okay.
You know who that is?
No.
He played Q or C. He played C in the Bronx Tale.
Oh, I know C. Okay, I didn't know his name. Got it.
So do you know his story?
No. Let's hear a little bit.
So back in the day, Lilo Brancato was involved in drugs and alcohol and everything, and he was with a buddy, and they were robbing a house. I don't know the whole details, and I don't know the exacts, okay? So this is just paraphrasing.
Okay.
So he was with a buddy, and early in the morning, and they were robbing a house, and the neighbor comes out, and it was near an alley or something, and the neighbor comes out and says, what are you doing? Stop right there. Well, Lilo's buddy had a gun, and Lilo didn't know about it. Well, the buddy takes out the gun and shoots and kills the guy. Well, the guy was a cop.
And this is in real life.
Yeah, this was real life. And he turned his whole life around from there. But, other actors in the movie, I'm not saying no names or nothing, and this is just, speculation.
Right.
They didn't want to give him another shot after that.
Yeah.
So it was, it's quite the story that he has.
Right.
He's still doing his thing, and he's working out, and he's trying to do the independent film thing, and and then some of the other people that were in that movie too, they got Crazy Mario, his buddy that was Crazy Mario, Louis is his name. He's got a funny mob movie about beef jerky now. It's independent, and he hooked up with a bunch of actors as well. So you never know where your path is going to
Right.
take you in life.
Right.
You never know the people that you meet
Right.
or what's going to happen with the people that you meet in life.
Right.
Just like me, what I was saying earlier. I mean, I had the idea in my head to do this multi-state Italian festival, so I put it out there to some people, and now we've got 22 people on the committee. 22 people, and we've got 12 states, 10 or 12 states on board to do this thing.
It's pretty
So
cool.
you never know who you're going to meet, and that's why I always try to tell my sons and everybody that I meet, don't burn any bridges.
Right.
You know, because you never know.
Right.
The guys that sitting there that you're having an issue with could be your boss down the road.
That's right.
So you never want to burn any bridges with anybody.
I tell everybody, always be nice. You never know who's listening.
That's right. That's called humility.
I'll tell you a story about that in a second, but I got to interview Paulie from the mob movies. Paulie, leave the gun, take the cannolis.
Oh yeah.
I got to interview
Is he
him.
still alive?
Yes, he's still alive. It was I'm like, my Italian cousins, I sent them all a text. You're not going to believe this. Does anybody know Paulie? And all my guy cousins, leave the gun, take the cannolis. They're all texting me. It was great. Yes. Yes.
Did he have any other lines in that movie?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know.
I got the T-shirt.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
that T-shirt. I bought it in Chicago, and on the back of it, it has a deli, and they use that as the front side of it.
Okay.
I'll
That
tell
was
you,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
Chicago was filled with Italians, and everybody, the whole Christopher Columbus thing. Everybody that hit some Italians real hard, and they're still fighting over there in Chicago to bring it back. Where I'm from in New Haven, the way that it happened is really not right. In the middle of the night, taking down the statues and stuff. And in New Haven, Connecticut, Worcester Square, they got up a new statue now, and it's of the Italian immigrant family.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know what everybody's point of view on
Right.
the statue is, but, if you can not eliminate it altogether, but you still want to preserve the Italian-American heritage in one form or another, then it's okay. I mean, you're not going to bring back Columbus.
Right. Of course.
And I don't know if everybody knows or not about the Columbus statue, but that was an apology to the Italian people because of the lynching that happened.
Okay.
So that was a way of the president saying, I'm sorry to the Italian people, and he used Columbus as the statue, not Columbus as the person. Columbus was chosen because it was around the time of sailing blue, or around the ocean blue,
Okay.
or whatever it was. So that's the whole thing behind that. But
Okay. Well, we've got about under 10 minutes or so, because I know you also have to go. So I don't want you to forget to say anything that you really wanted to say today to everybody listening. So take the mic.
well, I can't fill up 10 minutes.
Well, you could fill up 5.
Well, I just I like everybody to find out about Sunday Sauce Pot, and tune in and listen. We got a lot of great shows. We're doing a lot of big things. Like I was mentioning with the Italian Festival,
Okay.
a lot of people that I'm connected with through the show. The Boston Guido, very funny comedian. Uncle Louie Variety Show, another couple, Uncle Louie and Carlo. If you guys don't know who they are, hilarious duo. Do you know who they are, Jerry?
Tell me.
Uncle Louie, you got your phone there. If you got your phone, take a look at them if you're able to do that. Funny guys. They dress up as two aunts and they talk.
Oh,
and
yes.
Louie, he
Yes.
does the accent, very
course.
thick accent.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Very funny guys.
Yes.
All these people, they're going to be at this Italian festival, and if you follow along with us, you'll see all the updates that we're
Okay.
going to start doing. We're going to start making a presence on social media.
Okay.
Guido, he wants to do the Instagram and all that. So Guido and two other people are heading up the social media on that. Kansas City, I had the opportunity of meeting your average guy, Joe, and he's part of the Knights of Columbus, and he just welcomed me with open arms over there. And we went to St. Louis for this tournament. I didn't even do the tournament. I just went to hang out with the guys. And if you don't know about St. Louis, oh my gosh, St. Louis, 58 blocks of Little Italy still standing today.
That's
It's
amazing.
the biggest Little Italy that's left.
That's
And
amazing.
all because of the priest out there. So the interviews that I did out there, the church, they were trying to knock down the church and put a highway through there. Well, the priest wasn't having it. And good thing, because they're still strong today. And if you've never been to St. Louis, Missouri, when you think of Italians, you don't think of the Midwest. I don't think of the Midwest.
You don't.
But you think of New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Boston, but St. Louis, Missouri. So their Little Italy is called the Hill, okay? And you got green, white, and red walkways, fire hydrants, people's garage doors, everything. And there's just so many delis and restaurants, and it's just, if you like Italians, make your destination there. Take a trip there when you'll definitely love it.
So tell everyone again how to reach out to you, how to find you.
It's Sundays with an S, Sundays Sauce Pot, Facebook.com/Sunday Sauce Pot, and then YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube /Sunday Sauce Pot, YouTube.com/Sunday Sauce Pot. And I post videos on there once a week, and Facebook, I put the pictures on there as well. And if you want to hear the show, you can go to ItalianAmericanRadio.com. Like I said earlier, that's the platform that I'm on now. So you can hear my show on there, and there's about 12 other shows that are on there. You got the Wise Guys show on there, and Johnny Mandolin is on there. He's actually the founder of the website. So there's a lot of great shows on there, and I'm privileged to be part of that network as well.
The Wise Guys
They opened
interviewed me. The Wise
with
Guys
open arms
interviewed
as
me
well.
too. That
You
was
know the
cool.
Wise Guys?
Yeah, the Wise Guys interviewed me too. That was pretty cool.
All right.
That was cool.
What did you think of them guys?
I think
Pretty
they're-
funny guys.
I think they're wise, baby. They're wise.
Yeah, they do the SopranoCon.
Yeah,
I think the festival that they do every year
that's
with
cool.
the Sopranos.
So, well,
I'd like to interview some of those guys from there. Like Big Pussy and Chris.
So, Marty, I want to thank you, darling, for this awesome interview. Fun time today. I also want to thank you again for interviewing me. You rock. All the Italians that are up there looking down, you make them very proud. So keep doing what you're doing, Sunday Sauce Pot, baby.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate being part of this show here, and all your listeners and viewers. Thank you for having me here today. Really, really appreciate this.
Very cool. Thank you. Producer, take us out.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just at last.